Hey guys, this is Killrob speaking, and in today's little big dev update we are going to talk about two topics, but before that let me just mention that we just released the next big update, and that includes the engineering section with engineers, a basic factory feature, staff to head your engineering projects and factories, V12 turbos and space frame chassis, and a lot of other little fixes and balancing changes and little additions here and there. But the main topic of this video is not that, but rather topic number one, the next sub-project. What are we going to work on in the next 3 months or so? And topic number two, what is the status of the Unreal Engine port of automation? Alright, let's get into that. I have previously hinted at it, but what is coming up in the next sub-project should be a quite significant milestone in the development of automation. It is a bit early, but we will have the first ever campaign play within the game. And this will be a very simplified campaign mode. It depends on us adding the time mechanics and time progression into the game. And we are going to add and put the 3 regions which we have onto a world map. Just a proof of concept, and then on top of that we will allow you to progress through the game via the time mechanics and build your company and sell your cars to the demographics, which then evaluate your cars compared to a big set of pre-made cars by the testers, and there will be a difficulty slider which helps you set and calibrate the difficulty of the campaign overall. And the sales model will be super simple. It's not the actual sales model which we will use in the full mode, which I will be working on more during the course of this sub-project to implement it in the next one after that. But what will be happening is you build your cars, you get a desirability and affordability rating like you do now, and then I have for each of the demographics kind of a progression of their size, a hard-coded one for now. Later on this will all be dynamic according to the economy of the country and the population of the country. And then you will get the effective demographic size which you can sell to. You're not competing with the others, but you're competing for more competitiveness. And you will get car sales according to the effective demographic size, which I've just outlined here. And then you have profit if you set your cars to make profit after you've gone through all this on a per car basis, and the game will track a score which depends on the profit you made as well as your competitiveness score you sold the car at times the difficulty multiplier. So a very, very simple campaign mode. There's no research, there is no progression in the characters you get, apart from probably we can simulate the experience gain of the existing ones, but there is no random generation of new ones and so on. So very simple, but there will be a campaign. So for the first time we will be able to unlock this campaign button, and I can tell you it feels good to have this right in front of you after basically 5 years of development. So not that much more of waiting. What more is going to be in there? Well, factories and add-ons. You have seen for many years now the various flags in the engine designer, for instance, which say requires forged works and stuff, and these will now be implemented. The factories will be fleshed out more, and they're very barren right now, and yeah, there will be slots for your factories where you can build add-ons, and some of the cars you design, if they are a bit more special snowflake cars which require forged works and CNC machines and so on, that will be additions you need to put on there. And yeah, that's also the update where finally we will enforce factory sizes. So no longer can you build a tiny factory, a little garden shed, and have monocoque chassis stamping presses in there. No, you will be welding together your space frames for all eternity if you stay in the shed. And because we are moving towards Unreal, and that is the next topic, we are not adding too much of extra content in it, because that would require us to do double work as soon as we move into Unreal. So what we are going to do is add inline free engines, naturally aspirated ones, and front wheel drive longitudinal setups. So this, of course, as all of these sub-projects, will be wrapped up by an open beta phase, and it might be a bit of a longer one now, because, well, we need some data for the campaign as well, right? Another huge topic is, of course, the port to the Unreal Engine of automation. So that is going really well, but of course at some point we need to do the actual switch. And what we just looked at is a sub-project in which we behind the scenes will be preparing to get to a point where we can make the final jump towards Unreal for the next sub-project after the one which we just looked at. So it is approximately 6 months down the road, you would estimate, and that is kind of scary because it's so much more to do on the Unreal side. But currently, while I don't have anything to show you yet, it is looking pretty amazing in the environmental art we have. We have a new car design room, we have a new dino room, and a free roaming feature where you can just walk through it all in Unreal. It's kind of cool, but the UI needs a lot more work, and we need to implement a vertical slice of a test version of the new UI we have been looking at in the past little dev updates, and if I still have it here, you should see it right now. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing you some of the new stuff. We have been talking about this for so long without actually showing anything, so it's about time. And yeah, if we can, we will definitely try to make it happen such that we ditch the key engine altogether in the sub-project after the one we just talked about before. So it's quite a while down the road, but it will definitely be worth it. Alright guys, thanks for hanging in there, and see you guys next time.